Today I'm going to show you 5 ways that I like to use the peppered bacon salt. Let's get to it. The first thing you want to do is wash all of your Brussels sprouts, which I have already done. And then you want to trim off. The very end of this can be a little tough, as you can probably see in this. So we're just going to trim the very end of this off. And then all these little leaves that fall off, I'm going to put these in my scrap bag in the freezer for making homemade broth. And then you're left with this cute little Brussels sprout. So I'm going to do all these and get them prepped, and I'm going to put them in the oven. Okay, so I have everything trimmed up, and once you get it trimmed up a little bit, it's best to rinse them off again, because you can really get into these little crevices and holes and gunk, and little tiny bugs and worms like to hide in those places. So it's good to rinse them off. And I have all different sizes, so I'm going to leave the little ones whole, and I'm going to cut the larger ones in half, just so that they're a little bit easier to eat, and that way everything cooks pretty much the same. I have all the oil on the Brussels sprouts, and as you can see, they're pretty much all the same size now that I've cut some of them in half. And I'm going to put these in the oven on 400 for probably about 30 minutes. And then I'm going to season them afterwards, because I'm going to use the peppered bacon salt, and I don't want the little bacon bits to burn. The Brussels sprouts just came out of the oven. I flipped them on the 15-minute mark, so they evenly cooked on both sides. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to let them cool just slightly, and I'm going to put them back in the bowl where I put the olive oil on them, and I'm going to sprinkle them with the peppered bacon salt, and then I'm going to toss them in that bowl. Here's the peppered bacon salt, and I already measured out about half of a teaspoon, so I'm just going to sprinkle that on, and then I'm just going to mix all this up evenly in the bowl. There's the finished product. That's my neighbor. This is the finished product. You can add more or less of the peppered bacon salt to your liking, and you can double or triple or however you want to do this recipe. A lot of times in the wintertime, I will make this, and I'll have sweet potatoes and carrots, onions, garlic, broccoli, really hearty vegetables, and I'll roast them like this and put them in green salads with a maple vinaigrette with my maple mustard. Ugh, it is so good, y'all. We eat that a lot in the winter. But this is a pretty versatile recipe. You could change up Brussels sprouts for broccoli or cauliflower, or any other vegetable that you'd like. Anyway, I hope y'all enjoy. One of the easiest things to make with the peppered bacon salt is avocado toast. I like to start off with a little bit of scramble seasoning, and I'll sprinkle it on just like that. And do you like yours mashed or sliced? There's always that big debate. And then, of course, some of these peppered bacon salt little pieces. This one's not open, but I have one already open. And both of these things have salt, so you really don't need a whole lot of anything, because you don't want it to be too salty. And that's it. Now you have avocado toast. It's going to taste like bacon and eggs, because you have the bacon in here and the eggy flavor here. And this is really good. You could add some chili flakes or salsa or scallions, chopped up spinach, tomatoes, whatever you want. You could even add some more spices. Sometimes I like to add cumin. I like that a lot. It's pretty good. Some extra garlic. But there you have it. Avocado toast made with bacon, or the peppered bacon salt. Ta-da! I would really prefer to do these out on the grill, but we're out of charcoal, so the cast iron skillet will do. So the first thing I'm doing is I'm charring up some onion and these sweet peppers. And then once these are done, I'm going to do another batch of sweet peppers, but instead of onions, I'm going to do some fresh pineapple. I finished up these onions and sweet peppers, and now I'm doing some pineapple, and I had a couple of shishitos, so I'm going to throw those on there as well. And I'm going to char these up pretty much like I did the onions and the other peppers. Just give them a little bit of color, let them caramelize a little bit. Hey guys, today I have a recipe for you that involves the peppered bacon salt and the salsa mix. And right now I have this in two different type of containers. One is a little jar and one is a little bag. They're the exact same amount, just different containers. So what I've done is I have one huge avocado, and I've already put in my peppered bacon salt. I just did a big pinch. And the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to open this salsa mix. And I'm going to pour just a little bit of this in here. And I'll save the rest of this for salsa or seasoning. So here's the salsa mix, and the peppered bacon salt is on the top. And I'm going to make a smoky guacamole. So now I'm just going to mix all this up. And there we have it. That is our smoky guacamole. And I'm actually going to use it on these bagels that I have. And I'm going to have some avocado toast. There you have it. Looks good. Okay, so real quick, I'm going to tell you about this salsa mix. And it's just a dry seasoning pack. And it has onions, peppers, cilantro, garlic, parsley, black pepper, and kosher salt. And what you do with this is you can use this as a seasoning like I did on my bagels here mixed with the guacamole. You could mix it with sour cream or cream cheese. You could add this to soups or stews or you know, your tofu scramble. You can do all kinds of things with it. But what's really good is to make salsa with it. And you can do that with a 28-ounce can of tomatoes. And you can use crushed tomatoes, chopped tomatoes. You can do whole tomatoes and cut them how you like them. Fire roasted tomatoes. You could use fresh tomatoes. It really doesn't matter. You just need tomatoes. And what you do is you put this in a pot with this and then add a splash of vinegar or lemon juice, lime juice. You could even use orange juice. You just need a little bit of something citric. And you need some kind of acid. And then you mix it all up, bring it to a simmer for about 5 minutes, and you can eat it warm, just like that. Or you can eat, you know, after you get done simmering it, put it in the fridge, eat it cold. You don't have to heat it up on the stove. It just makes the flavors taste better quicker. So that is how you make the easy peasy salsa. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!